of resistor, inductor, and a capacitor. Fine. So here there are three different conditions are going to be arised while considering RL and RC, where the R is not depends on the frequency, fine, which we already studied, and for that reason the power factor is unity of R, fine. But now there are simultaneously two another passive elements are connected in series, and both are dependent on frequency, because we know that here it is XL and here it is XC. So XL is 2 pi FL and XC, that is 1 upon 2 pi F to C. Okay, now these two terms are dependent on the frequency. So based on this frequency, fine, we are going to have three different conditions which we are going to discuss today. So sorry, just the circuit is removed. Okay, so inductor is there and capacitor is there. V is equal to Vm sin omega t because it is source voltage. Here you can consider it as R, L and C. Voltage drop across this, that we can write as VR, and here we can write that is VL, and the third case is VC here. Fine. And we can draw the vectors also. So VR and I. Now in case of inductive circuit, we know that the current lags behind by 90 degree of VL, and in third case, or we can draw in a way that we can represent the current vector. So the current is leading quantity in case of capacitive circuit, and here it is, we can say it is VC. Okay, so based on these three conditions, we know that the equation of voltage according to the law that we can write as VR plus VL plus VC here. Okay, now these two different voltage drops, VL and VC, are depend on the frequency here, XL and XC. Fine. So there are basically three conditions. It may be like when VL greater than VC, or we can write XL greater than XC. Second condition is VL less than VC, and here we can write XL less than XC. Fine. And third case is when the voltage is equal, VL and VC. The third condition is XL is equal to XC. Fine. And this condition that you know, that is known as resonant condition. Fine. Whenever there is a VL greater than VC, then circuit will behave as an inductive circuit, not purely inductive circuit, but it we can consider as inductive circuit, behaves an inductive, and in this condition we can write it may be capacitive circuit. Okay, so first of all we are going to consider this condition VL greater than VC. Fine. That could be possible by varying the value of L and C. Okay, so according to XL and XC can be changed even by changing the frequency, as you already completed this experiment of resonance condition of RLC circuit, fine, where you change the frequency also. So we will discuss about all such things today, but before that, here in this condition we can draw the different diagrams called voltage triangle with the help of voltage vectors and current vectors representing in a single XY coordinates. And similarly we can derive the voltage triangle as well as impedance triangle, and then from we can derive the various equations. Okay, so let us start with the condition 1. So condition 1 is VL greater than VC. Fine. So this is condition 1. Okay. Now if I want to draw the vectors here, we can draw the different vectors with respect to time t here. Okay. So first of all, let us say vector VR. So VR is coincide with I. Fine. Here you can represent the vector I also, because we will consider the common reference vector as a current, because the current is common in this circuit. Right. And we can represent this vector as VR. Okay. What about VL? So VL is a leading quantity compared to I. So we can draw VL here. And similarly, we can draw VC, because here it is 90 degree, here it is also 90 degree. Clear? Now, if we transfer these vectors to this place, we can draw VC parallel to another vectors VL and VC. We can draw, so VL here. Fine, this is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Okay. Now, what would be the resultant? What would be the resultant either on the upper side, either on the lower side, depending upon the value of VL and VC. If the value of VL, the magnitude of VL is greater than VC, then the difference would be on the upper side, and we can draw this, that is your resultant vector called V. So here we can write that is VL minus VC. So this is the difference. Vector VL is there, vector VC is also there, but here there is a difference, VL minus VC. VL minus VC. And similarly, we can derive the voltage triangle from this, and we can draw when VL is greater than VC, then there would be a difference of XL, or we can say VL minus VC here. This vector. Right. And finally, we can get the resultant, that is called our vector V here. Fine. And the angle between this, because this one is your current vector. Fine. We can draw, this is a voltage triangle. Voltage triangle here for case number 1. Similarly, we can derive impedance triangle also, and few of equations also. Fine. Okay. So what would be the first equation here? Now this equation would be changed for this condition. In general, it is fine, but here now we can write V is equal to under root of VR square, because now we are considering this triangle. So VR square plus VL minus VC whole square, that we can write for the condition number 1 according to this triangle. Isn't it? Now from this voltage we can write the equation of impedance also. So V is equal to under root of, now what is VR? VR is IR whole square plus VL is XL, and this VC we can write XC here, and if we take the current I as a common from both the points, I square. Fine. And if we take I common, then we can write V is equal to I under root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Okay. Now, what would be the condition happen? Like if XL and XC is equal, fine. Then here we can have only the resistance in the circuit, because the effect of XL and XC will be nullified, and we can say it is a purely resistive circuit because the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance are zero in such conditions, and hence we can say if XL is equal to XC, then the circuit behaves as a purely resistive circuit. Power factor of this circuit is unity, correct? But if are not equal, when XL greater than XC, or we can say VL greater than VC, then we can have such equations. So we can write V is equal to I into Z, where Z is equal to under root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square, and the unit is impedance. This impedance is similar in case of VC greater than VL, because here it will be XC minus XL, but ultimately there is a whole square, so answer will be same in both the cases. So impedance will remain same, fine. Either changing the different values of XL and XC, the behavior of the circuit is going to be changed, correct? So this is your impedance, and from this we can draw the impedance triangle also, and this impedance triangle can be drawn this way. So first of all, here it is R. We can write XL minus XC here, and this would be Z, fine. So this can be derived from this equation because we know that V is equal to IZ now, and here V, that is the difference of VL and minus VC. So we can write X. X is the net reactance. X is the net reactance, that can be written as XL minus XC. Fine. So the difference is known as net reactance X. We can replace this XL minus XC is equal to X here. That is a net reactance of the RLC series circuit, and we can represent like this. Okay. Now from these triangles, we can write that equations of cos phi and tan phi. Okay. And what are the different equations now? Equation number 1, that is cos phi is equal to R by Z, correct? And the similar equations we derived for RL series circuit also and RC series circuit also. And similarly, we can find tan phi, that is XL minus XC upon R. So power factor equation will remain same in all the different conditions. And in these conditions, XL and XC, there is a net difference, or we can write X upon R also. And we can find the phi tan inverse X by R. Clear? So here in circuit, whenever we have the difference VL minus VC, we'll have definitely a difference of XL minus XC, fine. And based on this, the resultant vector, which can be drawn with the magnitude found with the help of equation, and phi, which can be written here, and we can draw the triangle if required in a graph paper also according to their magnitude and direction. Clear? So this is related to your condition number 1, that is called VL greater than VC. Now let us see the second condition. Second condition says that whenever VC greater than VL, in that case we can draw the vector diagrams, and all these vector diagrams are of having the same directions called VR, current I. Now the upper one is your VL, and the down one is your VC. Now, whenever you draw these vectors, clear, according to this condition VL greater than VC, the vector VC should be little larger than your vector VL, and you will find the difference here, right? And this difference is VL, sorry, VC minus VL in the negative direction, because if VC is more, the circuit is going to behave as inductive, sorry, capacitive circuit, fine. And the power factor obtained will be written with leading condition, because here whatever the resultant we are going to find where the current is going to be lead. In the first case, VL greater than VC, we have seen that the resultant vector. So this is your resultant vector V. This is VR. Here VL minus VC, an angle phi, and this particular vector is a current vector here. So if you compare these two resultant voltage and current, you can consider as the voltage is a leading leading quantity compared to I with an angle phi. Okay, so whenever we find the power factor here cos phi with the equation R by Z, say for an example, if we receive the value 0.85, then into bracket we are going to write lag here, because the circuit, the overall behavior is inductive, fine, and then we can write it here lag. Now in this case it would be a different. So okay, now we are going to transfer these vectors parallel to this, and this is called VC minus VL. Okay, and if we draw the resultant, that is V, then we can write this is an angle phi. So here if you consider the vector V and current I, where the current is the leading quantity by an angle phi with respect to V, or we can say V lags behind the current by an angle phi. So whenever we find cos phi, that is equal to R by Z, and suppose if we get the value, this can be written as a leading quantity. Okay, so whenever we write a leading quantity here, we can consider, or we can understood that the circuit is having three different elements R, L, and C, where the value of VL is greater, value of VC is greater than VL, and if it is return lagging, we can consider as the condition is VL greater than VC. Correct. Okay, so we can find the voltage triangle, and the third condition is the impedance triangle. Okay, now from this we can derive the voltage triangle, and the voltage triangle is looking like this for condition VC greater than VL. Correct. So we can write this is VC minus VL. This is VL. Huh? Okay. VC minus VL. This would be R and angle phi, and this is voltage. So we can write an expression of voltage that could be, sorry, here it is VR, right? So VR plus VC minus VL. That could be the equation. So this vector is added to this vector, and finally we can get the resultant vector. So that could be the equation, and we can have the impedance triangle also. So the impedance triangle is where VR is equal to IR. Here we can write I is a common, and XC minus XL, and here we can write V is equal to I into Z. Fine. So Z would be V upon I, R would be VR upon I, and here we can write VL minus VC upon I. Fine. And finally, we can derive the impedance triangle. So it would be R here, Z here, and this would be XC minus XL. Correct. Now, from this, if we write an expression of power factor, the expression would be similar. Cos phi is equal to R upon Z. But the value received or value found in this circuit condition, this is very important to write on the leading, because here the current vector is going to be lead here, because the horizontal vector is considered as a current here, and the current will be your reference vector here, and with reference to the net voltage or the overall voltage that is in a lagging condition, and we can write that leading for a power factor. And similarly, we can write tan phi is equal to XL minus XC upon R, and the equation of impedance Z is equal to under root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. Now here you can see in this condition the difference is squared up. So XC minus XL or XL minus XC, that would be ultimately a positive answer. And finally you can find this condition. The impedance can be calculated and the unit is ohm. Correct? I hope this would be very simple to understand. And you can now have the third condition called VL is equal to VC. VL is equal to VC. So the third condition would be VL is equal to VC, and in this condition, so the third condition is VL is equal to VC. VL is equal to VC. Okay. Now here, if we draw that vectors, this is your VR vector, VL, because it is a leading compared to current I, and this is your VC. Now, if the values are equal, then the net value would be 0. Fine. So here your net vector would be here only, V, and V and I are in phase with each other. Fine. Now, what is the impedance triangle here? What is the value of impedance here? Because if VL is equal to VC, we know that XL is also is equal to XC. So in case of any equation of impedance, if we write R square plus XL minus XC whole square, and if the value of XL and XC are equal, then we can have an impedance is equal to R square plus 0, because if the value of XL and XC is equal, then it will be 0. And finally, we can find the total impedance of the circuit is equal to the resistance in this case. And such kind of conditions arise, we can consider as resonance condition, and the frequency would be calculated based on the resonant condition. Okay, so the impedance would become R. Now, the total resistance of the circuit is equal to R. That means it is a purely inductive circuit. It is a purely inductive circuit. And this purely inductive circuit having a power factor unity. Second, the total impedance would be minimum, because if XL and XC are not equal, then there would be some value here. Fine. And if are equal, then we can find the minimum value here. Fine. So impedance would be maximum or minimum? Impedance would be maximum or minimum? कौन बताएगा? Minimum, because it is equal to R. Fine. What about the current here? Current flowing through the circuit. Because the impedance is minimum, the current would be maximum. Current would be maximum here. Fine. The power factor is unity because when the circuit is having only the R, we know that in that conditions VR and I both are in phase with each other, and the phase difference between two is 0. So cos 0 is 1 and power factor is unity here. Fine. So these are the conditions happen, and in the third case, and we can have the impedance equation Z is equal to R. We cannot draw the triangle here because Z and R both are equal here in this case. So Z is equal to R here. Fine, this is one vector and the another vector is current I here. And we can represent like this only. Fine. So we cannot represent the impedance triangle in this condition. Okay. And because XL is equal to XC, we can find the value of frequency here by inserting the different parameters. XL is 2 pi FL and XC is 1 upon 2 pi FC. Clear? So the frequency at this condition would be considered as resonant frequency, and this resonant frequency can be found with the help of these equations. Fine. So we can write f square is equal to 1 upon 4 pi square into L into C. Clear? Because 2 pi is 4 pi square and LC. And the resonant frequency FR can be written as 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. So if we know the value of L and C, we can find the resonant frequency also. So this is a condition called resonant condition, and we can find different values here. Correct? So here, if you derive the equation of power in three different conditions, you will get the same value of power. P is equal to V RMS into I RMS into cos phi. Cos phi. Fine. Because this is a real part and imaginary part is obviously we ignore in the previous conditions. Similarly, we can ignore it here also, and we can find the value of power in what. Correct? Fine. Now, based on this, we are going to have a few examples, and these examples are very important even for your sessional examination also. Okay. So let us start with example number 1. Even in the next lecture also, we'll have a few examples and then we will start with RLC parallel circuits. Okay. Okay. So first of all, write down the example. Example 1 here. Okay. First of all, write down a series circuit. All of you also just write down in your notebook this question. That would be helpful to you in even examination also, because similar kind of numericals may ask in a 2 or 3 marks for sessional examination. Fine, objective type questions. Series circuit consists of (250 ohm) non-inductive resistor, non-inductive resistor, a 3 Henry inductor of negligible resistance, (8.5 microfarad capacitance, or we can say capacitor of negligible resistance). Fine. A series circuit consists of three different passive elements. If the voltage is 240 volt, 50 hertz, then determine number one, the circuit current, and number two, circuit power factor, and number three, power consumption total. So similar example can be asked in examination where either of three, one can be asked, find out the power factor, find out that total power consumption, find out the total circuit current, like this, right? Now, I hope all of you have written this in your notebook. So I will going to draw a circuit diagram here. Okay. Our first case is to find out current here. And we know that the equation of V is equal to I into Z, that can be used here. Fine. So first of all, the value of R is 250 ohm, and the value of inductor L, that is 3 Henry. The third case, that is a capacitor having, how much it is? 8.5 microfarad. And these three different passive elements are connected across. V is equal to 240 volt, 50 hertz frequency. So given parameters, this could be compulsory in case of pen and paper examination, that you have to write, because there is a weightage of marks in this condition. Okay. So the V is 240 volt, frequency is 50 hertz, R is equal to 250 ohm, L is 3 Henry, and C is 8.5 microfarad. Now, for the case of current, that we can calculate Z is equal to under root of R square plus XL minus XC square. So here, whether it is XL minus XC or XC minus XL, that would be required to find it out. Fine. So first of all, we need to find out XL here. So after writing all these different given parameters, what would be the first case is omega is 2 pi f, and the value of 2 into 3.14 into 50, that could be 314 radian per second, because it is omega. Okay. Now what would be the value of XL? XL is omega L or 2 pi FL, or we can write 314 because 2 pi f is 314 and the value of L is 3. So 900, 14 3 is 42. So 942 ohm, the value of XL. Similarly, we can find the value of XC, that is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FC. Correct. So 1 upon omega C also, because omega is 2 pi f. So 314 into C. C is how much? 8.5 into the power of 10 raised to minus 6, because here it is in microfarad. Clear? And please find out the value of this 1 upon 314 into 8.5 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. What is the value here? Please find it out.
Sir, 374.67.
374.67. Now, we received two different values. One is the value of XL here, and the value of XL is 942. Clear? And we received the value of XC, that is 374.6. Both are in ohm, right? So we can write the sign which is 942 greater than this one. The meaning is XL is greater than XC here in this condition. Fine. Okay. So your first step is to find out XL and XC, and finally you can compare and you can write the equation of impedance here. Right? Whether it is XC greater than XL, there is no issue. Ultimately, you will get the difference and you will get the square value of A. Fine. But only the difference will be available only when you represent the power factor. Clear? Okay. Now, what is the value of impedance here in this case? Now, you know XL, you know XC, you know value of R. Fine. So we can write and we can find the value of Z impedance in the first case. Clear? Okay. Equation is correct because XL is greater than, condition is XL greater than XC. Please keep in mind such kind of values are given like this in a circuit, and say write down the power value of power factor, whether it is leading or lagging. So you can easily explain that the power factor is lagging in this condition because the value of XL is greater than XC here. Clear? Similarly, you can find the impedance Z by inserting all the different values, 250 whole square plus, what is the value of XL? The value of XL is 942 minus 374 into 67 whole square. So please find out the value of impedance here, Z.
$619.97.
619, approximately 620, can we write?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 620 ohm. Correct. So I request all of you, please calculate all these parameters using your own calculator and try to find out. Fine. This is a practice that's what we are doing right now. Okay. Now, what would be our first condition or first question to find? Current. Okay. Now, the amount of current flowing through this all three passive elements, current is common for all these three passive elements, fine. And we know that the equation of V is equal to I into Z. I into Z. Now the value of V is 250 volt here. We can find the current 620. So I is equal to 250 upon 620. You can find the value of current in ampere. Yes.
0.38.
Yes.
0.4.
Pardon? No, not required. Why we are converting into peak value? Is there any meaning of it to convert from RMS value to peak value, maximum value? We are not utilizing this equation I is equal to Im sin omega t here. If we insert the value here, then we should convert into peak value here from this RMS value. Suppose if we use the equation of V is equal to Vm sin omega t here, fine. Then it would be required to convert this RMS value into maximum value in such situation. You cannot write 240 directly here because this is the maximum value and here it is the RMS value. So keep in mind the values which are given in the circuits are always RMS values except they mention. Correct? Okay, fine. Now the value of current is found. Similarly, we can find the value of power factor also. So
सर वीक की वैल्यू गलत लिखे साहब.
how much it is? That is 240. 240, 250, sorry. It would be 250. Fine, 250 here. 250 here. The important thing is that whatever you understood is very important rather than the values here, because in examination it is okay because you have to write the correct answer. Correct? Okay. Now our next step is to find out the power factor here. And the equation of power factor is cos phi, and we know that the equation of power factor here, cos phi is R by Z, and the value of R is 250 ohm, and value of Z is 620. Correct? Yes. Say it is up to you. I mean, because examinations, all 4 options will be given to you. Fine. So you have to match the value, whether it is given in 4 decimals, I mean after decimal 4 digits, then you have to write it up to 4. Normally 2 digits after decimal is considered. Fine. So you can write up to 2 digits only, because in calculator you will get the up to 8 digits after decimal. Fine. No need to write, but yeah, you can round off that third and second value accordingly. Round off. Fine. Suppose if it is 37.1768 like this. Fine. So this 6 would be converted into 8 here. So 37.18. So in examination, suppose if such kind of answer is given and if you find this one, then this would be correct. Isn't it? Fine. So what is the value of cos phi here?
0.40.
Point
40.
4,
0.0403.
whatever it may be, 0.4. Fine. But this is very important to write here. And this is like, correct? Got it? Why we have written late? Because we found the condition after calculating XL and XC, and that is, the condition is what? XL greater than XC. Fine. And the final step is to find out the power, active power, that is power consumed by the whole circuit. We can calculate power is equal to V into I into cos phi. The value of V is how much? 240 volt. Sorry, this is 240 volt. Forgot. This is 250 and this is 240. So 240 into current I. I is that you calculated, and that is approximately 0.4, 0.3, 38 something you have found. Fine, 387 or whatever it may be. Please find it out the exact value here. And the power factor is, value of power factor is 0.4. 0.4. Clear? So whatever the value of this multiplication is, always be written in watt. Answer is always in watt. Please find it out.
36.48.
37.43.
30.
6 आ रहा है मेरा.
37.4.
37.43.
Okay, 0.4.
Yes.
Right? Around about this is the correct answer. All of you will get approximate answer. That last 2 digits will be different, because if you use pi here in calculator and if you use 3.14 value of pi. Fine. So many people always press the button called pi, and the value of pi will be considered after this decimal. The 8 different digits are there, and sometimes we multiply it with 3.14. And because of this reason, there would be a difference in answer at the end after decimals. Correct? So better is to use the pi, which is already there in the calculator. Okay, so we found current, we found power factor, and we found power consumed by the circuit. Clear? In the next session, we are going to discuss again about RLC series circuits examples, and then we directly jump into RLC or RC, RL parallel circuits. Fine. Any more questions if you have, you can ask, otherwise we can stop our lecture here. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
fine.
sir.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so